Hey guys, how's it going? First of all, disclaimer, I cannot get this video to be under a minute because I had so much to say about it, but let me get started. You can always finish it on my YouTube. I'll put the link above on my bio, but I want to talk about brand. So your brand is not just your logo, your colors, your Instagram gallery. Your brand is who you are. It's the things that you say, it's the things that you share, it's the things that you talk about with your friends or with strangers. That's still part of your brand. So if you're saying that your brand is to inspire people, if I say that, like, that's my brand, and then I go to the store and I put someone down, you know, that is part of my brand too, and I'm technically conveying the wrong message. So make sure that your brand is consistent across all platforms. This goes back to authenticity. How many times do you see a brand or commercials that portray a brand as being really caring for their customers and the customers first, and then the moment you have an issue and you need to contact support, they couldn't care less. They're like, oh, well, you're stuck. They're only nice when they're trying to get you as a customer, so they're nice in the customer acquisition phase, but then as soon as you already become a customer, you can tell that they really don't care anymore. So that's really disappointed. I bet nobody likes that. Nobody's gonna say, oh, I love this brand because they deceived me, right? Well, it's the same thing for us as individual brands or as personal brands. If you are putting stuff out there online, for example, my brand, I want to inspire people. So if my brand is to inspire people, I should be able to also inspire my friends, my family, you know, people that I meet at the store randomly, people at the coffee shop. I should be inspiring. Yeah, sometimes you can't have a full, long conversation with the cashier, but hey, be nice. Ask her how her day is going. I always make sure that I'm like, how's your day going? And they're always like surprised that I'm even asking, you know. So make sure that, you know, you are conveying whatever message you're trying to put out there consistently across all platforms, especially your own personal real life. You know, you don't want people to get disappointed. You don't want people to see one thing online and then meet you and be like, I don't know who that person is. You know, I had that experience a couple weeks ago, and all the experiences I'm going to be sharing are just to show you examples. I'm not hating on anybody, and these people might have just been having a bad day or whatever, right? I'm not judging anybody, and never judge anybody, never assume anything about anybody. I'm just using examples right now. So a few weeks ago, I got invited to this event. You know, it's about women and helping women, and so I was really excited. You know, I really liked it, and let me tell you, the event was great. But I met a person, and I was like, it was our first time meeting, and I was like, hey, how's it going? I'm Jessie. Like, we talked online. And this person was like, oh, cool. Thanks for coming. I don't even think she said thanks for coming, actually. It was just awkward. Like, I literally just walked away like, okay, you know, because I was so excited because I had believed the brand out there, right? So, again, could have been a bad day, could have been distracted, whatever. That's fine. It's not about that, but it's about like you and me. Like, we don't want to disappoint people in that sense. Like, we don't want to be phony. You know, we don't want to, we have to make sure that wherever we go, we're authentic, we're real. This is who we are. That if someone were to look at my Instagram later, even if though they have no idea that I'm on Instagram or I'm trying to inspire people or making these videos, that I walk away and they're like, oh, that person was really inspiring. Oh, that person was really uplifting, right? They don't know my brand, and I'm not going to gain anything from them or from that interaction. So why do it? Because that's who I am. And that's who I want to be. Or I want people, if there's going to be a little disconnect, I want it to be like, oh, she seems nice online, but she's even nicer in person. If there's going to be a little difference, it's going to be that. It's going to be that you're even better in person, that you're even more inspiring, or whatever it is that you're trying to convey. If you want to help people buy houses, great. Help people buy houses in real life, you know. Don't just say that to get customers. You know, if you're trying to help women, I don't know, find their purpose, then help women find their purpose. Like, don't just say that online. Like, actually, you know, like when I talk to my friends, I'm always like, what do you like to do? What did you pursue this? Or if you don't like your job, like I literally am like that. Probably people think I lecture them too much, but I literally just really want to help people like find their purpose and do what they love and all that stuff in person too, you know? Also, walk the talk. We say that, we hear that all the time. But it's not just about, oh, you're saying this and your actions gonna match it. You actually have to make sure that you're inspiring the things, the actions that you want to convey through your brand. So I can say I want to inspire people, I can make an inspirational video, but I have to make sure that everything that I say, it actually draws that it will actually inspire someone. I remember one time when I wasn't true to my brand recently, that, you know, I don't post anything about guns or politics in general. I try not to. Maybe I have a couple times, but I try not to because that's just not part of my brand, right? It's just not what I want to inspire people to do. I don't want to inspire people to talk about these things, you know, right now. It's just not my brand. It's great that some people out there are doing it. I'd rather talk about women's issues because that's closer to my brand and the causes that I want to get involved with. But I saw a thread on somebody else's wall and I thought I'd comment because it wasn't on my wall and I thought it'd be a safe space. And I remember I just asked a question. I wasn't even taking any sides. I literally was just, it was just like a rhetorical question. Like, I was like, oh, I wonder why. Please don't comment about this below because this is not about politics or guns, okay? I was just literally just was wondering because I'm from Argentina, I'm not from here. So I was like, that stuff doesn't happen, you know, in other countries. So I was like, I wonder why here it's so trendy to, you know, when people have issues like, you know, mental issues or whatever it is, emotional issues, why is it that here they decide to go and shoot little kids in school, where like in other countries they don't do that, they do other things, you know? And I wasn't criticizing the US or anything. I was just saying, I was just wondering. It's literally a rhetorical question. And I said something like, we gotta understand the root problem, and you know, because everybody's focusing so much on the aftermath, right? How do we deal? Well, let's find the root problem, the root cause, so we can solve it from the root cause. But anyway, I said something like that in a very not inviting way. I wasn't inviting anybody to say anything. I was just kind of like putting it out there that I had that question. And I got attacked. And when I mean attacked, I'm not saying like, oh, you know, like someone disagreed with anything that I said. It was literally like, you're so ignorant, you're so stupid, like, and I was just like, wow, you know. And the interesting part is that I went on one of the persons that said that, I went on their wall because I was like, who is this girl, you know, like, why, she doesn't know me, like, why would she call me stupid, like. And I went on her wall and she seemed like a nice girl. She had, you know, a couple of nice inspirational quotes, like. So not only I went outside my brand, but she also went outside hers, because I'm sure she's a nice person who's just really passionate about the subject. And she, instead of like maybe at least informing me, she felt like compelled to attack me. But the reason why I was in the wrong is because my brand is to inspire women or people, right? To be better, to be, you know, to do what they love, things like that. So instead, by getting involved in that conversation that really is outside my brand, I inspired someone one way or the other. Obviously, I didn't force her to act like that. I can't control the way she reacts to something. But somehow I inspired hate, and somehow I just did something that I don't want to do. I don't want to inspire debate about politics. I don't want to inspire hate or people insulting each other. And so that happened because I went outside of my brand, and I suck at it because it's not my brand. So maybe I could have phrased that differently. Maybe I would have, if that was my brand, I would be knowledgeable and I would have known how to phrase that. But because I was outside of my element and I was talking about something or asking about something that really doesn't, it's not part of who I am, I inspired something that I didn't like, and I felt really uneasy, and I felt like, wow, like, I don't want to be part of this conversation. Now, that's not to say you can be an activist, you can be a debater. No, like, that's great. If that's your brand, that's what you're passionate about, politics, the news, things like that, that's great. I personally don't even watch the news because I would rather be putting out content that's going to inspire people to be better and positive and things like that, because I believe that if people are better, if society gets better, if we as individuals get better, then we're going to put out better things out there in society, including hopefully not killing other people and not insulting and other people and things like that. So, but that's me. But other people can have that brand, and that's okay too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, be true to your brand. Don't get involved. Don't even get involved in conversations, even if it's outside your wall, even if it's at the store. Don't be someone else. Just be yourself. Be authentic. Have integrity. That's what integrity is, that you stay true. So, okay, sorry, I'm a little ranty there, but I kind of had to get into that because I think it was a great example of like me going, you know, outside of my brand, and I just suck at it, right? Because we are good at what we're good at. We're good at what we've been equipped with, and you know what we've been training ourselves, or what we focused on, right? And we need to be true to that. I want people to say, and somebody told me this yesterday, you are better than you are online. Like your Instagram is cool, but you're way better in person. And that was the coolest compliment for me, because I was like, good. I don't want to be a phony. I don't want to be, you know, I want people to know my brand without even knowing I have a brand, without even knowing what I want to accomplish. Also, the second thing that I want to say about this is that when you're true to your brand, you're going to attract the right people, whether you're trying to attract clients, whether you're trying to attract friends, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. You're going to attract what you are. And I know people say that all the time, but it's so true, right? So, for example, for my Never Bland foods, my food is organic, clean, fresh. Like, that's my emphasis. I buy locally sourced ingredients, and because of that, it's a little more expensive. It's not going to cost what a Happy Meal is going to cost you at McDonald's, right? Well, if I was trying to reach people that eat McDonald's, if I wasn't true to my brand and I was trying to reach to people that eat that kind of food, that like they don't care if the food is organic or healthy, guess what? There's going to be a disconnect, and there's going to be issues, because they're going to probably complain about the prices, because to them, they don't see the value, right? So because they don't see the value, they're not going to be happy customers. They're going to probably be unhappy about the pricing. They're probably going to be unhappy about maybe the portions, if they're used to eating like an oversized Big Mac or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? So they're not going to be satisfied with like veggies and quinoa. You know what I mean? So I have to stay true to my brand, and as I stay true to my brand, I'm going to attract people that care about those things and that they see the value in ingredients that are fresh and organic, right? Or that are clean and healthy. And those are the customers that I want anyway, because they will see the value, and they will understand the price, and they will understand, well, if you're buying that stuff, those ingredients are more expensive or whatever. And this is just an example. This is from a brand, a company brand. But it's so similar, you know, it's so similar. It's the same thing. Your personal brand has to also be like that, because you will attract what you are. So if, you know, if you're acting rude all the time and arguing all the time, you're probably going to have friends like that. You're probably going to have friends. You're going to attract people like that. If you are peaceful and friendly, you're probably going to attract other friendly people. So you have to be true to your brand. I don't want followers that are not interested in who I really am. Like, I truly love to travel, and I truly love to inspire, and I truly love food. And honestly, most of my followers, that's what they are, and that's what they're interested in. And that's great, because I know I'm offering value to them. And to other people, maybe that's not valuable, and that's okay too. Like, they can go and follow somebody else that's doing that. But we can't please everybody. All right, and then the last thing I want to say, I want to share another example. So I used to work for this company, and we had Zumba instructors, right? And I remember I would go to the Zumba class, and I also worked for the company, so I knew the Zumba instructor from both sides, right? And but when I was going to Zumba class was before I was working there, so I was like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, she would say things like, you can do it, like, forget, if you're going through something, forget your problem, and just dance and have fun, and you're valuable and you're important, like, I don't know, just inspirational things. And I was like, oh, this girl's cool, like, other women would be so happy, and she's so nice, and this and that. And then when I got to meet her on the other end, and again, this is not to criticize, it's just to hopefully help you not make the same mistakes. But when I was working with her, she was like a diva, really. Like, I'm not just using that term in a demeaning way towards women. Like, no, she was that, she would act like that. Like, if we had contests among the instructors, she would get mad if she didn't win. In her mind, she had to win every time because she was the more popular one, she had more likes, whatever it is, and it's like, if you really care about women and inspire these women, and that's what you say in your classes, you should be happy that other instructors who are also women are winning, or succeeding, or getting followers, or whatever it is, right? And she got to the point where, like, she would insult, like, she would literally insult us. I was in the marketing department, so I was in charge of the contests and things like that. So, if you have someone that you see on social media that's like, love yourself, you're awesome, like, women, like, women should be confident, and then they're saying, you're stupid, you are, to other women, right? You're stupid, you're dumb, whatever, you're incompetent. How am I gonna believe that you really care about that? When I look at your social media, how am I gonna be like, oh yeah, you want to inspire women, you want to uplift women, that's really what you want to do. You're not doing it for the following, you're not doing it because you want to be popular, you truly care. No, of course not. I'm not gonna think that, right? So maybe some of us are not to that extreme where we insult people, but when we walk away, if I'm talking to someone at a cash register, when I walk away, she's gonna feel like crap because maybe I had an attitude, or maybe I was like, she gave me the wrong change and I was like, sure, or you need to learn how to count, or things that I'm gonna walk away and that person's gonna feel little, they're gonna feel crappy, or they're gonna feel uninspired, or they're gonna feel rejected, or how are people gonna feel after they interact with you in person? That's even more important than how people feel online about you, because online can be so deceiving, right? You may not even be trying to inspire anyone. You may just be sharing your cute outfits, and maybe you're a fashion blogger and you just want to share your cute outfits, but people might think, oh, she's so awesome, she's out there trying to create a new trend or whatever, right? People may change, who you truly are because of their perception of you. So that's up to them. But when you meet people in person, that's really important, because that's truly your brand. That's truly what your message, what you're communicating. So make sure that you're communicating the right things, the things that you truly want to be known for, the things that you truly want to be, and the things that you truly want to inspire in people. Get involved in conversations that are going to cause the reactions that you want from people. If you want to inspire people to be happier about their lives, like, I'm not going to go and comment on gun control posts, because I don't want to inspire people to be fighting about that. That's just not my brand. I want to inspire people to be talking about, women and love and, inspirational things that are not necessarily confrontational. And there are activists out there that are women that talk about issues in a way that's, maybe debates or whatever, and that's great too. That's important, and we need those brands and we need those people that are going to stand up for issues like immigration, gun control, women's rights, Black Lives Matter, whatever it is that that people want to talk about. That's important and that's great. But if that's not your brand, you need to be sure that even when you comment on Facebook, like, everything is your brand, everything, the things that you're saying, everything. So make sure that you're conveying the right message. And I know this got super long, but I felt like I had to share the examples, and I really wanted to talk about this because it's something that's really important. Even when I have helped companies with their brand, I always tell them, your brand has to be true from the inside out, because sooner or later your customers are gonna realize who you are, and if you brought them in under the wrong impressions, you're gonna lose them. And retention is really important to brands, to companies, right? So when you put it that way, when you say, hey, you want to increase your retention, you have to be true, you have to be authentic. That really resonates with them. And so that same thing is true with personal brands and social media. You have to be true to who you are. And some people are not going to like you for it, and that's okay. That's fine, because you don't want those people. You want to attract the people that you're interested in helping. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment below, share your thoughts. Please don't talk about gun control, because that's really not the point of this video. And if you think that's the point of this video, I'm really disappointed. Anyway, have a great day.